The Copperband butterfly fish, Kelman rostratus. I'll show you how to successfully acclimate these fish for aptasia complete elimination. Stay tuned, this is the bearded reefer. Unfortunately, many fish end up this way. So step one is buy your Copperband from a reputable, trusted aquarium store. Somebody you trust, because if you start off with a poor fish, there's no chance. So here we are now, the fish is home. Straight away, rather than putting him into the main display tank, he goes into, well, this is what I call a semi-quarantine tank. It's an established tank with plenty of food, a little bit of aptasia stuff in the rockwork there. 2 clowns just to get him used to some fish. And so what I've done now is trying to teach him to eat. He's very shy. There's a mussel there which he's just going to have a little taste of now. That is a fresh local mussel that I collect from my local river. Seems to be the only thing that I can get him interested in. As you can see, he's had a tiny nip at it and then off he goes to hide. This is what I had to put up with for weeks and weeks and weeks, trying to get him to survive, trying to teach him to eat in a aquarium situation. This fish was caught from the wild in the border of Queensland, a couple of hours from my place, and the coral shop up there, very good shop that I respect and trust. They had the fish, and I actually drove up there to pick him up. A 4-hour drive, and fantastic fish. So I'm lucky in Australia, and that's what I say. You've got to try and start off with at least a reasonably healthy fish, as big as possible, I would say, and also with a bit of meat on him. Obviously, but going from the shop, it's going to be hard for you to say, okay, I want to see the fish feed. If you can do that, and they'll show you that he's feeding on mysis or something like that, absolutely fantastic, buy him straight away. But if he's not, and the fish still looks healthy, and you trust the vendors of the shop, bring him home, and you will have to teach him yourself. Right, put him in a quarantine tank, take the time, and gradually, as you can see with this guy now, that's all he'll eat. Gradually he'll learn, to eat something. So you've got to just get him to eat something just to stay alive. At the moment, this guy will not eat anything out of the water column. No mysis, nothing. If I put mysis in there, he'd look at it and go, what's this about? He only wants to peck at stuff out of rocks, or he will take a live clam, have a go at it. But that's about it. And this went on for 9 weeks, okay, until I became even slightly comfortable with the idea of putting him in my main tank, because my main tank has 6 tangs of different species, some other fish, and I just thought he will have no chance competing with food for those guys. So this is towards the end of the quarantine now. I've introduced another butterfly fish, a raccoon, just to get him comfortable with other fish, because he'll be going in with a whole bunch soon. And he had no trouble with the raccoon. There was no fighting, nothing. This was the final stage of his quarantine. He's starting to pick at the rocks. I was hiding some mysis in amongst the rocks. He was having a little pick at him, not overly interested, but he was getting to the stage where I thought, well, I can't do much more. He's fat, he's healthy. I'll put him in the tank, and fingers crossed. So, and here we go now. I'm just Yeah, so now he's in the main display. He was harassed by the Scopus tang there, was the main culprit, similar body shape. So I had mirrors, 2 mirrors down the end where he is now actually, and they helped a lot. I always put mirrors in whenever I introduce a new fish into this tank because the tangs tend to give them a hard time. Yeah, so this was early days when he first went in, and he settled in reasonably well. I think because he was a large fish to start with.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is put the nori in here first to distract them, and then I will quickly run down and feed their meaty portion down the other end. And that way it takes the pressure off the Copperband butterfly. So there they go. Okay, so to distract the Copperband, all the other fish from the Copperband eating, I've put some nori on there, so they're all busy with the nori. So now I will race down, and I've got the meaty food, which consists of prawn, mussel, and worms, which the Copperband loves. So I'll put that in there. Okay, and hopefully the Copperband can have that. So just film that. The meat eaters will all go down that end, such as the wrasse and the little guy, and they'll be straight into it. What I'll also do to distract them is I'll put some pellets in as well, and that'll bring a few more of the fish back up this end as well, so the Copperband can have a go by himself. There we go. That food is pretty frozen. It's a cube of mysis in there, and also a cube of, there he goes, oh, he's got some mysis there. Tends to spit a little bit of it out again, but he loves the prawn and the mussels, particularly mussels. But as you can see, the feeder works well. If the other fish get out of the way, but he's pretty much not shy like he used to be. The wrasse is a bit of a menace. Being a real menace today. There he goes. That was a nice chunk. Okay, so that's how he eats. Anyway, he'll eat that. They're getting the easy stuff. There'll be harder stuff stuck in there that he'll get to himself later, which is the prawn. And that's kept him alive, fattened him up, and then the rest of the day he spends cruising around the tank, eating aptasia, feather dusters, tube worms, that sort of thing. And the other fish don't seem to bother him too much.
Okay, reefers, well that's just about wraps it up. So if you want a fish that's going to eliminate your aptasia without destroying too many of your corals, that is, the Copperband will only mainly eat, from what I've seen, he'll only eat your acans mainly. So apart from that, he's pretty well behaved. Like I said, he's eaten hundreds, literally hundreds and hundreds of aptasia out of my tank. It was out of control. I had nothing else that I knew what to do. I couldn't get hold of any Bergia nudibranchs. You know, I tried Aptasia X, I tried homemade concoctions, quite toxic. they worked. They killed the aptasia, but they just came back. You know, and you couldn't kill them all. Whereas the Copperband, since he's been in there, within a month, he didn't take to the aptasia straight away. A couple of weeks, maybe nearly a month, I would see him eat one and thought, great. And then, yeah, within a month or two, gone. And then the baby ones would come back and then he'd eat them. And now it's just, there's nothing. And there we go, he's just a model fish. So anyway, step one, make sure you buy a healthy one, preferably a big one if you can get one. Fat, something that's got a bit of meat on it that looks like it's going to survive, okay? Get him home, quarantine him, put him in a tank where you can observe him yourself eating, therefore teach him to eat, like I went through before, the mussels, or clams, anything that he will eat. You know, just get him to start eating, maintain his weight, all the while trying to get him to eat mysis, etc. You may have luck with the mysis. You know, try and get him eating out of the water column. If he won't, he won't. You know, just try. Once you feel comfortable, then put him in your main tank. If you're worried about him, you know, put him in a little acclimation box, or I just used mirrors, and he was pretty fine. And yeah, so that's about it really. And just maintain your food. Maintain, you know, even if your nitrates and phosphates go up a little bit, you know, you've got to juggle that. You've got to try to keep them down, obviously, but you've got to, you know, keep giving the Copperband what he needs, and you'll have a great fish. And believe me, it's worth it. Your tank is clean, no more aptasia, and a beautiful fish to go. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'm the Bearded Reefer. See you next time.